Hey, my name is Gabe Zollner. Just watched a little bit of Fox News and heard that things are heating up in Syria. Apparently, they had John Bolton on and they were asking John Bolton some questions. It appears that chemical weapons were used in Syria and 25 people died as a result of those chemical weapons being released. Now, if you go to Google and Google that, you'll find that there's articles that say that it was the rebels that released the chemicals. And you'll find articles that say that it was President Assad and his forces that released the chemicals. Well, I think you'd have to be an idiot to believe that it was President Assad who released those chemicals. If he wanted to do that, he would have done that an awful long time ago. And I think what's happening is that the powers to be are fighting off the rebels. And no one expected them to be able to hold out for as long as they have. And what they're trying to do now, when I say they, I'm talking about our administration. They're trying to accelerate things. They're trying to create more sympathy. So they're probably going to try to see if they can get an airstrike going using our military the way Obama did when he went after Libya. The difference now is he's going to ask for congressional approval, and I believe they're going to try to justify it based on the chemical weapons having been released. The problem, I think, is that they were released by the bad guys. Yeah. And actually, I'm hoping to get some information right from Libya. I've got someone that I'm sort of communicating with vis-a-vis email, you know. And I just posed him a question for additional clarification. I'll update you folks as soon as I get a response back. But I told you what I believe. What I believe doesn't matter. It's what the American people believe, because they're the ones that are going to support an attack on Syria, if that's what they choose to do. The other thing I'd like to just sort of talk about for a moment is the sequester. Now, if you go take a look at what's going on, Obama is trying to cause as much pain as he can in a lot of areas, especially in our military, by cutting back on ongoing education payments, by cutting back on a lot of other additional programs that benefited the military. And what I think is insane is we had Secretary of State, you know, John Kerry, Vietnam war hero, friends of Hanoi Jane, you know, Jane Fonda. Well, when he was over visiting with Mohammed Morsi, you know, the guy that says that Jews are all from apes and gorillas, and he wants to destroy Israel and he wants to destroy America. Yeah, that same guy. Well, Kerry dropped $250 million as a gift, and that's out of a $450 million commitment. And I don't know how many billions of dollars we're giving to Afghanistan and to Pakistan, but I know it's a heck of a lot of money. Why don't we keep some of that money here to offset what Obama just cut as far as supporting our own military? You know, charity begins where? At home. Yeah. And once we look after what has to be looked after in our country, if we have additional funds available, then you can disperse them accordingly. But again, charity starts at home. The simple fact that Obama is not doing that, it just shows you what his true intentions are, which is to inflict as much pain as he can on our military. Why? Because he knows the military doesn't like him. Yeah, that's what he knows. Now that's what I think. What do you think?